Every night we know that when we look out, when we're doing a show, and we look out, we hope that people are entertained. We hope people have a great time. We want a concert to be a place that people can come in and kind of get away from their troubles for a little while and maybe forget about those things. But at the same time, we want people to be reminded that through those struggles that we are in and that we go through in life, and through those hard times and through those difficult situations, whether it be the loss of a loved one or a struggling marriage or a financial burden that weighs heavy on you. I mean, I can look out every night when we play and I can pick out 10 different people, and there's probably 10 different problems that people are going through. We know that, people bring that in and carry that baggage sometimes. And we want to encourage people and remind people every night that we play, every time we sing, that there is hope for the helpless. There is rest for the weary. And there is love for the brokenhearted. And when we're going through those trials and we're going through those hard times, I think a lot of times in life, we as believers, we can know those things and remember them and know that we've heard them, but at the same time, living that out is a hard thing. Living out the joy and the peace and the strength that God can give us is sometimes hard to do. And so our prayer and our hope every night that we play, as I said, and every time that we sing, is that everyone would remember the words of Jesus when he says, no matter what you're going through, no matter what your burden is, no matter what your pain is, he says, all of you who are weary and heavy laden and carry those burdens, Jesus says, come to me and I will give you rest, and I will give you peace, and I will give you life. And he wants to help us through those struggles. He wants to help us through those hard times. We've got to remember to cry out to him. To everyone who's lost someone they loved long before it was their time, you feel like the days you had were not enough when you said goodbye. And to all of the people with burdens and pains keeping you back from your life, you believe that there's nothing and there is no one who can make it right. There is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, love for the broken heart. There is grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing. He'll meet you wherever you are. Cry out to Jesus. Cry out to Jesus. For the marriage that's struggling just to hold on, they've lost all of their faith and love, and they've done all they can to make it right again. Still it's not enough, no. For the ones who can't break the addictions and chains, you try to give up, but you come back again. Just remember that you're not alone in your shame and your suffering. No, no. There is hope for the helpless, rest for the weary, love for the broken heart. There is grace and forgiveness, mercy and healing. He'll meet you wherever you are. Cry out to Jesus. When you're lonely and it feels like the whole world is falling on you, you just reach out, you just cry out to Jesus. Cry to Jesus. For the widow who suffers from being alone, wiping the tears from her eyes. For the children around the world without a home, say a prayer tonight. Well, there is hope for the helpless, and rest for the weary, and love for the broken heart. There is grace and forgiveness